So now that we talked about villains, I thought about doing heroes next, but I kind of want to do more along the lines of, say, like heroic, um, protagonistic background characters. They're not really the main character, but they're supporting cast, or even in uh, Tales of Avalon, they may end up being somewhat of a main character to a certain degree. But one of the characters that I absolutely love is this guy that you can see on screen here, Balthazar. There's a long and fun story about him. Originally, he was a borrowed character, and after a couple of years of writing, and this was before, I think this is in like, you're talking about like super early scripts of Tales of Avalon. Uh, I basically talked to Betsy, and we again redesigned the character to uh, look more like a brown hyena and be a bit more simplified to a certain degree. But the fun part of this character is that he's basically uh, like, this is John Rhys-Davies as a hyena. Like, if I could get the money and uh, actually make an animated pilot, I would, and had the pilot feature this character, I would get John Rhys-Davies to, I would get John Rhys-Davies to voice Balthazar. I would find a way. Like, we're talking, hookers, blow, whatever he wants, in order to get him to voice this character, because like you can just see from his inherent design that he looks like John Rhys-Davies, and that was basically the problem. Like, um, to a certain degree, because because he needed to look inherently noble. He needed to look in, and especially like, again, this is another one of those ones where you can kind of see him aging up, where like he needs to look noble, especially like when in his later years, where he basically asserts a more fatherly role uh, to his children in the story, and you know, like, I won't like this is literally John Rhys-Davies as a hyena. You can just see it in the designs, and there's actually a picture that there's actually some unused art from the comic itself. I'll have to go find it, but it's actually hilarious because the way it was posed, it looked like he was singing, and all I could think of it was John Rhys-Davies singing "A British Tar is a Soaring Soul" from Gilbert and Sullivan. So yeah, but as you can tell, he's inherently meant to be. Uh, he's not meant to be a villainous character. You can like, especially in the references, you can see him. He's smiling quite a bit. Uh, his like, and again, when you're dealing with anthropomorphic characters, and if anyone has actually, had any kind of pet, especially like a dog, like when they are when they are in a more happier mood, their ears tend to stay up. And you kind of, see that with him. The only one where you actually can't see his ears is the bottom left corner, where it's meant to show him being not necessarily villainous, but to show him in his in well, wearing armor and using a sword, where he's meant, where you can kind of see that he is about to unalive somebody, and there's a good reason for that, and of course. you got the middle uh, right one where, yeah, when this was written, you have to take into account that the arrow in the knee meme hadn't been driven into the ground by the internet at that point. But yeah, like you can tell just solely based on like you can tell based solely on his expression that he's not an antagonistic character, that he uh, is more aligned towards uh, good than evil. Um, and he's also very expressive again when it comes to anthropomorphic characters. The best part about using them is the way that they can express themselves in a far wider range when it comes to like you have more things that you can use to show a wider range of emotion. You've of course got the ears, you got the tail, as I've mentioned in previous videos. But you've one thing that I forgot to mention is you've also got like the 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 lips, like the lips and muzzle. So you to like when showing anger or disdain, you can actually show more teeth uh, than you can on like a normal human being, which, as you can tell, like in the one bottom corner, like uh, it, son, you done fucked up. You're about to find out what you're basically about to find out what a sword is gonna taste like. So yeah, you've definitely got that, and of course, with a lot of different, especially mammalians and certain reptiles, you've got the ability to show off teeth as a way to express anger or frustration. Um, but again, the main thing when it came to Balthazar was to change his color palette to make him look more like a brown hyena and inherently simplify it to where, again, as mentioned in previous videos and mentioned by Blacklist Universe. You want the character to be not only easy to draw for the artists themselves, but you want uh, you know other artists to be able to easily replicate that. Um, and even and and not just artists, but you also want like cosplayers to be able to do it too. Um, but yeah, that is John Rhys-Davies. I mean Balthazar.